Hello friends, how are you? I hope you all are doing good. So let's continue with our discussion on service costing. Before we start, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that you get all the notifications, right? And do check the video description for the handbooks, for website, for mobile app, right? All the things are given in the video description, and most importantly, share with people, right? Share with all your friends, all your juniors, with whomsoever you can share, right? Share with all the people, because you are the only source from where you can say this KSJ family can grow, right? So it is totally up to you guys now that how you contribute to it, okay? And please bear with the voice. Throat is not that good, but because we have to complete the syllabus, right? We cannot, delay this thing. So I'm recording. So please bear with it. Okay. Now in the service costing, what we have been doing is transport costing, right? And in the last lecture, we did some practical problems on transport costing, right? Very important. Transport costing from examination point of view, very, very important, I will say. From the practical point of view, very, very important, right? So transport costing, we studied about transportation of passengers also and the transportation of goods also. It can be anything. The transportation is related to both the passengers and the goods, and we have seen some steps, right? Identifying the cost unit, then effective kilometers, right? What were the steps? First, identify the cost unit, right? Cost unit and period, that is very important. Then you have to identify what effective kilometers. If you are using the simple cost unit, that's it, effective kilometers will do the job, right? But if you are going for the composite cost unit, you will have to calculate effective passenger or ton kilometer, right? This is what you will have to calculate. After that, you will have to calculate the total cost, right? Total cost is divided into three parts, basically two or three, you can say: fixed, variable, and one can be semi variable also. One can be semi variable also, right? Then after that, it is total cost per cost unit, right? Whatever the cost unit you go for, whether it is effective kilometers or effective passenger or ton kilometers, total cost per cost unit. So this is what we have discussed in the transport costing, and we discussed some of the practical problems. In this lecture also, we are going to solve a practical problem, right? This question number 5, this is quite a comprehensive question covering a lot of things in the transport costing, right? So we will see how to do this question number 5. Let's read the question number 5. Tulsen Passenger Transport Company provides you the following information. Number of buses is 5. Cost of each bus is 3 lakh rupees. After that, estimated life is given as 5 years. Repair and maintenance is 7285 per month per bus, right? Now it is given cost of each bus. So this cost is for one bus, right? Estimated life of one bus is 5 years. Number of buses are 5. Repairs and maintenance per month per bus. Driver salary 800 per month per bus. Conductor salary 600 per month per bus. Garage rent is 6,000 per annum. That is why I told you in the last lecture also that you need to be very careful with the period, right? After that, insurance is 2% per annum. Taxes 6,000 per annum, right? Road license rupees 600 per annum per bus. Now, in these three cases, it is not given per bus, right? So that means these are given for 5 buses. This is not per bus. Where the cost is per bus, it is specifically mentioned per bus, right? But for the garage rent you are paying for all the buses. Insurance 2% per annum, right? It is given in percentage anyhow. Taxes 6,000 per annum. That means these taxes are given for all the 5 buses combined. This is not per bus. Interest 18% per annum, right? After that, kilometer per liter of fuel is 20 kilometer. That is 1 liter. In 1 liter, this is the average basically. In 1 liter, you can go for 20 kilometers. What is the cost of fuel? 300 per 10 liters, right? Or we can say that cost of 1 liter fuel is rupees 30, right? After that, total capacity 50 passengers. Average capacity which is used 90%. This is the occupancy rate that is given to you. The normal percentage of the vehicles laid up for the repair, 5% of the vehicles, 5% of the times the vehicles are laid up for the repair. That means if we talk about a particular bus, it will run for 95%, right? 5% of the times it will be there for the repairs only. Number of round trips per day. In one day, number of round trips is 4. This is equivalent to 8 single trips, right? 8 single trips. Distance of the route 20 kilometer. This is one way, right? Or I can say for one single trip. Working days in a month is 25. Manager salary is 1000 per month. Accountant salary 500 per month. PN salary 250 per month. Cleaner salary 100 per month. Mechanic salary 300 per month. Cost of tickets. Cost of tickets is rupees 10 per 1000 passenger kilometer. Be careful. 1000 passenger kilometer, right? Okay, sir. Office rent 250. Office routine expenses 500. Cost of each tire is rupees 3000. Tires to be replaced per bus, one per month, right? Every month, one tire is to be replaced. Okay, and the cost of each tire is 3000 rupees. After that, it is given the commission at the rate 10% of the takings is to be paid to the conductor. Now, what is the takings? Takings, I told you in the last lecture, takings is equal to sale value. Profit at 20% of the takings is desired by the owner. Calculate the cost per month, cost per day, cost per trip, cost per kilometer, cost per passenger kilometer, bus fare to be charged from each passenger. Now he says you need to calculate the cost per month, right? And if you see, most of the costs are given per month, per month, per bus, per month, per bus. Here, manager salary, accountant salary, it is given per month. Now it is not per bus, right? It is per month. That means this salary is being paid for all the buses combined, right? It is not for just one bus, right? There is a manager who is managing all the 5 buses. He is not managing just one bus. That is why 1000 per month is for all the buses overall. Okay. So that means if the cost is given per month, if the cost is to be calculated per month, that means the effective kilometers and the effective passenger kilometers both to be calculated per month, right? I told you that the cost, the period of the cost and the period of effective kilometers or effective passengers kilometer should be same. They should not vary at all. Clear? Okay, let's see. Let's see how it is to be done. The first step will be calculation of effective kilometers. This one, right? This is effective kilometers. What is effective kilometers? Distance one round trip, right? In one way it is 20. In a round trip it will be multiplied by 2, right? Now this becomes a distance of a one round trip, that is 40 kilometers multiplied by 4 round trips. Now how can you alternatively write it? This part can also be written as 20 multiplied by 8. 20 is the distance for one single trip. And how many single trips? 8 single trips, right? You can write it this way also. That is absolutely correct. Multiplied by 25 days in a month, right? This will give you the monthly effective kilometers, right? This is to be calculated monthly. After that, 95%. Why? Because 5% of the times the bus will be laid down for the repairs, right? It will not run. That is why we are doing 95%. Total 3800 kilometers in a month, the bus will run for the 5% of the times the bus will be there. The bus will be standing for the repairs and maintenance, right? So this is the total kilometers to be run in a month. After that, this is the effective kilometers. Now we'll calculate for effective passenger kilometer, effective passenger kilometer, right? Effective kilometers 3800 multiplied by seating capacity is 50 seats and occupancy is 90% as given in the question. See, the occupancy is 90%, total seating capacity is 50, right? Total seating capacity is 50. Clear? So this is how, this is your 1,71,000 passenger kilometer. Clear, sir? After that, now the fuel cost. Fuel cost. He says, for the fuel cost, he says that 20 kilometers are covered in 1 liter. Now the bus will run for 3800 kilometers. Be careful, do not take the passenger kilometers in case of fuel cost, right? So for 3800 kilometers, how many liters of the fuel will be required? Any doubt? Right? 3800 divided by 20, 190 liters is required, right? Cost of 1 liter is 30 rupees. Cost of 1 liter is 30 rupees. Right? So for 190 liter, what will be the cost? Rupees 30 multiplied by 190, right? 190 multiplied by 30, 5700 will be the fuel cost. Any doubts? Clear? Now we'll be calculating all the cost. Now, if you have calculated this kilometers and effective kilometers monthly, that means all the cost you will be taking monthly, okay? Now we are calculating the operating cost for one bus, 1 month, per bus, per month, right? Fixed expenses, driver salary is 800. Sir, is it given? Now, driver salary is given 800 per month, per bus, right? That is what we need per month, per bus, 800. Conductor salary, 600. Any issues? No, sir. Driver salary, conductor salary, right? Interest. What is interest? Interest is to be paid at 18%. Interest to be paid on the cost, right? Interest will be paid on the cost. Interest is 18% per annum on 3 lakh, which is the cost of the bus, right? 18% of 3 lakh divided by 12, because 18%, this is per annum. What we need is the cost per month, right? So what they have done is first 3 lakh multiplied by 18%, right? This is the value that you will get. Whatever the value you will get, you will multiply it with 1 by 12 to get it the monthly value. 4500. Insurance, 2% of 3 lakh divided by 12, because we need the monthly value, right? Taxes, 6,000 per annum, right? So 6,000 divided by 12 will give you the monthly value. Now this 6,000 rupees is for 5 buses, right? We need it for 1 bus. So we will divide it, whatever the value you will get here, we will divide it by 5, right? From here you will get 500. 500 divided by 5 will give you 100. Road license. So road license is 600 per annum per bus. Now this license is not given for all the buses. It is for per bus, but it is given per annum. So you have to divide it by 12 to get it for 1 month. Clear? Garage rent, 6,000 being paid for all the 5 buses. Therefore 6,000 divided by 12. This will give you for 1 month for all the 5 buses, right? So 1 by 5 will give you for 1 bus. Cleaner salary, 100. How it is given? Let's see. Where is the cleaner salary, sir? Okay, here. The cleaner salary 100 per month. Now this is for all the buses. So divided by 5 will give you for one bus. Mechanic salary again 300 divided by 5 will give you for one bus. Now office and administration cost, they have given a working note for it. They say some of the cost is related to office and administration like office rent. See, these cost, manager salary, accountant salary, PN salary, this office rent, office routine expenses, right? All these things, they have taken it in the calculation of office and administration cost, office rent per month, office and other routine expenses, manager salary, accountant salary, PN salary. So this is the total office and administration cost for 5 buses, right? For one bus divided by 5 will give you for one bus. You can write all these expenses here also. No issues. It is not necessary to prepare a separate working note like this. No need, right? Just write down all the expenses here only. How much extra time? In fact, making an extra working note will take more time than writing the expenses directly here. What will happen, sir? Your cost sheet will be extended? Hardly matters, right? You have that sheets in the examination, so nothing to worry about that, isn't it? So office and administration cost for one bus, 1 month. So this is the total fixed expenses. After that, semi-variable depreciation is there. Depreciation is 3 lakh divided by 5. 5 is the life of the bus. This is life of bus, right? That will give you the annual depreciation divided by 12 will give you monthly depreciation. This will give you monthly depreciation 5,000. Repairs and maintenance 7285. It is given 7285 per month per bus. No issues, right? 7285. Total semi-variable expenses. After that, variable cost of fuel we have just calculated 5700. Here we have calculated 5700. No issues. Cost of tire is 3000. Obviously, why it is 3000? Because he says that one tire will be replaced per month for each bus, right? So in this case, if we are considering one bus, that is in a particular month, only one tire will be replaced. So cost of one tire is 3000 rupees. So 3000 is my cost. Cost of tickets. Cost of tickets is rupees 10 per 1000 passenger kilometer. How many total passenger kilometers? 1,71,000 divided by 1000 multiplied by 10, right? He says for 1000 passenger kilometers, what is the cost of tickets? Rupees 10. So what will be the cost of tickets for 1,71,000 passenger kilometers? What will be the cost of tickets? This will be the cost of tickets, right? This will be the cost of tickets. Total variable expenses is 10,410. So total operating cost means the sum total of fixed cost, semi-variable cost and the variable cost, right? This is the total operating cost. Now on this you will have to pay the commission, the conductor commission also, which is 10% on the takings, but you don't know the takings. The profit is there, 20% of the takings, but you don't know the takings, right? So what he says, this is the cost without commission and profit. Let's see. Calculation of total takings, that is the total sales value. Total operating cost without commission, 29,925. Let the total takings be X, as we have done in the last lecture also, right? Add conductor commission, 10% of X. Total cost, 29,925 plus 10% of X. What is the profit? 20% on takings, that is 20% of X. So what is total taking? 29,000. What is total takings? It is 29,925 plus 10% of X plus 20% of X, right? So that is why it is written as 29,925 plus 30% of X. Now this will be equal to the total takings, that is X. So X is equal to this much. So from here you will calculate the value of X, which is 42,750. This is your total taking, right? 42,750. This is your total taking. What will be the commission? 10%. Total cost Profit 20%, 8550, total taking will be 42,750. Right? So this is how the cost sheet will be prepared. So this cost sheet covers almost everything. What you need to be careful about is, one is the period, right? That you are calculating for 1 month, 1 year, 1 quarter. In this case, we are calculating for 1 month, right? The second thing you need to be careful about is per bus. We are doing all the calculations for one bus, right? So wherever the expenses are given without written per bus, that means those are combined for all the buses. You have to calculate it for one bus. You will divide it by 5. Clear? So this is how the total takings will be calculated. Now the requirement of the question was calculate the cost per month. What is the monthly cost? What is the monthly cost, sir? Monthly cost is this much. 34,200. This is the total cost per month. 34,200. I'll write it here. So the first part is cost per month. If he is asking for cost per month, that is 34,200. Right? Then he is asking for cost per day. Cost per day. How the cost per day will be calculated? How many days? How many days the bus is operating in a month? Sir, 25 days. So we can easily calculate cost per day. Cost per day will be total cost of the month 34,200 divided by 25 days, right? That will come to rupees 1368. Right? Next, the question is asking for cost per trip. Cost per trip. Right? He's asking for cost per trip. Cost per trip is, one second. Okay, third part. Third part is asking for cost per trip. Right? So in one day, number of trips is 4. So in 25 days, that is month, in a 25 days, how many trips? 4 multiplied by 25, 100 round trips. 100 round trips. So cost per trip means cost per round trip we are calculating, right? So the cost per round trip will be 34,200. That is the monthly cost, and number of round trips in a month, that is 100, right? So cost per trip will be rupees 342. Clear? After that, the question is asking for cost per kilometer. Right? In a month, how many kilometers are going to be covered? 3,800 kilometers. Right? So the cost per kilometer, in the fourth part, we say cost per kilometers. Right? That will be 34,200. That is the monthly cost divided by 3,800. That is the kilometers to be covered in 1 month. Right? So cost per kilometer is rupees 9. Okay? After that, next part is, the fifth is cost per passenger kilometer. Cost per passenger kilometer, right? So cost per passenger kilometer will be 34,200 divided by 1,71,000 passenger kilometers. That is 20 paise per passenger kilometer, right? So this is done. Last is the bus fare to be charged from each passenger. Now, the last is bus fare to be charged. Bus fare to be charged from each passenger. Right? Bus fare to be charged from each passenger. Now let's see what is the cost that is related to one passenger kilometer. The cost we have calculated, that is 0.20, right? This is the cost. Now in this you will add the profit. Now what is the profit given? Profit is given as 20% of the takings. This is 20% of sales value, right? I can say 20% of sales value is equal to 25% of cost, right? This we have discussed many times. If profit is given 20% of the sales value, that means the profit is equal to 25% of the cost. So using the same thing, profit is 25% of this. So it is 0.05. 25% of 0.20, right? So what will be your sales value or the bus fare, not sales value? We'll write here bus fare to be charged, cost plus profit 0.25 or 25 paisa, we can say. This is the bus fare to be charged from each passenger. Clear? So this was the whole requirement of the question, that how it was to be done. It was quite a comprehensive question covering a lot of things, right? So, and I have told you that what are the areas that you need to take care of, right? What you need to see. These are the areas that you need to take care of. Okay. So with this, our transport costing is complete, right? So in the next lecture, we'll start with the next type of service, that is hotel costing, right? We'll start with the next type, that is hotel costing. Very simple, very simple, right? So we'll try to cover it in one lecture only, hotel costing, right? So see you guys in the next lecture. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, keep sharing, keep studying. Thank you so much.